Hey guys, this is Kelly with Project Full Motion, and today I'm coming at you with a quick tutorial on cupping therapy, how to do it for yourself so that you can apply some trigger point techniques in the comfort of your own home so you don't have to come to my office every month. It's really easy to use and they're really affordable. So the first thing you need to know, this video is intended for personal use only, so you will not receive any certification after watching this video. This is 100% for personal use only. For anybody that doesn't know me, I am a 13-year massage therapy veteran. I own my own business and I specialize in sports and deep tissue massage. I've been using cupping techniques for the last 2 years since my primary clients are athletes. More specifically, I work a lot with CrossFitters. It just kind of happened, and that makes up about 80% of my weekly business are CrossFitters. So, okay, without further ado, let's get into how to do some self-help cupping so you can apply these techniques in your home. So last night in preparation for this video, I went ahead and did some cupping on myself just to give you a just to give you a visual of what to expect after a cupping session. The cup kisses last anywhere from a couple hours up to a week, maybe a little longer if someone was more aggressive with how long they left the cups on for. With my athletes, I typically do not leave the cups on longer than 5 minutes because what you're trying to do with these cups is you're trying to expand the muscles so that fresh blood and lymph fluid can travel in between the muscle fibers. So when you get a trigger point area, it's literally a trigger point or a knot. It's your muscle fibers are literally just all jumbled up, and traditional massage absolutely can help that. But sometimes for some people, they can't handle deep tissue massage and it just hurts. So that's why cups are really awesome, because for those that can't handle a lot of deep tissue, you can still get the benefits of deep tissue techniques without the constant downward pressure of it. So when you're taking a cup and you put it on an area like the shoulder, for instance, which actually I'm just going to show you. So there's 3 types of cupping you can use. There's glass globes that you can use, which that's the most traditional form, and you actually use fire with that method. I do not do that. That is out of my scope of practice. And I just consider it a hazard, so I just would stay away from that. Option number 2 is the plastic cups. You probably saw it on the 2016 Olympics. All the athletes getting cupped and using, you'll see like a gun, and yeah, those are plastic cups. I do not have one of those in my office. I've bought a few, tried them out, didn't get my groove with them, and just I don't use them. I sent them back. So then what I landed on was silicone cups, which I literally use these on just about every single client I have, regardless of if they're an athlete or not. I can always find a use for my silicone cups. Now, some people may not like the silicone cups because you have to really push into the cup in order to get that suction down onto the muscle, and for some people that might be hard on their fingers. It doesn't bother me. I do it every day, and I've been doing this for 13 years. So that's what worked for me. But after watching this video and some other cupping videos, if you're interested in learning that technique, go on Amazon, buy some different products and try them, and if you don't like them, send them back. That's what I do. So anyways, so last night in preparation with this video, I put a few cups on my shoulders because I wanted to show you what to expect color-wise with them. And just like any other body worker, I take care of everybody else and I don't take care of myself. 34 years old, I have a 2-year-old, I run my own business, I work out all the time, so I'm pretty much a mess. So anyways, I brought these home last night and I'm, you know, working with them, and I just can't believe how long it's been since I did them to myself. So real easy. I'm just going to show you how to put these on. Since it's just me today, I'm just going to be focusing on the upper body, and then in other videos, I hope to get a model in here, and then I can show you an actual like full body. I'll probably break it up into sections so it's shorter videos to keep your attention, because I know everybody's got ADD, so I'll try and keep these videos short. Anyways, so you can put the cups on dry, so no oil on the cups, or you can use a little oil. If you're just doing this for personal use, and if you're a professional watching this, this is still a good product and I use it all the time. It's specifically for cupping. It's sports massage oil. But it has some healing properties in it that help the cup kisses not last as long. So if I'm doing a primary, full body cupping session, I'll use this oil because actually most of my clients like the cup kisses, and it's just kind of like they like to show it off when they're at the gym. It's always, it's a conversation starter, so people will, tend to like them. But for whatever reason, if they really, want the treatment but they don't want the markings, I'll use this. It helps. It does not completely eliminate the cup kisses, because that all depends on what's going on in your body. So I don't use them all, it doesn't help with all of them. Anyways, so if you decide to put it on dry, it's really easy. You just find a nice round, like the anterior deltoid. Sorry, I'm starting to get tongue-tied. Anterior deltoid, which is what I did last night. I don't know how well this is going to be seen, but I actually have a pretty nice cupping mark on there, and that's from last night. And then I did this one this morning, and that's actually already starting to fade, so this side just wasn't as bad. So what does it mean when you have coloring? So if you have a light pink that only lasts for a little while, that means the area is healthy and you're getting proper flow, proper blood, proper lymph flowing through the area, and you didn't really have anything going on. So that's awesome. Now, in most cases, when I find a spot, that means there's usually something going on there. So I will, then I'll put the cup on there. Let's see, so pink, and then after pink, you get like a darker red, and then after the darker red, it starts to get a little more purple to then eggplant purple. And I get eggplant purple on hot spots for that is like the mid to low back. It's like right where you bend down if you're doing squats and lunges. And if you have improper placement of your hips, you're going to be putting strain on that low back. And I'll get dark markings on that all the time, especially on like my cyclers, because they're constantly down on their handlebars, and just putting a lot of strain on that QL muscle. And then another hot spot is the anterior deltoid, like I just mentioned a second ago, which is what I have on me because I'm doing massage all day long. So my hands are always out like this. And then I'm really into rowing right now. So I'm constantly doing this motion, which is activating my anterior deltoid and the tops of my pecs where they insert. So I'm all jacked up in my shoulders. So anyways, okay, so let me show you how to put this on. So we're gonna do dry. You just create a little suction. Actually, you can see the marking better now. I don't know how to do this, videos. I'm still learning, I'm sorry. Anyways, okay, take it, put your hands on the back, and then just kind of prop it down on to the muscle. You want to kind of push in kind of hard. And actually, sorry. And you want to put your thumb underneath it because you're going to be pushing down, but you need to pull the cup out a little bit so that air you're pushing out has somewhere to escape. So you want to have 2 fingers on top, your thumb on the bottom, pulling out. Place it right on the anterior deltoid. I mean, you can put it in a couple spots, which I'll talk about in a minute. But yeah, just the anterior delt for now. And then you're creating that negative, or opening it up so you can let the air out, and then you just plant it on there. That was the cup. That was not me. I always like to give it just a little tug just to make sure it's on good. And then again, you don't want to leave these on for too long. 5 minutes is really the max. After 5 minutes, you're not helping the area anymore, and there's a possibility that you're actually doing a little more harm than good with it. Because once 5 minutes has come and the area has gone to whatever color, from light pink up to eggplant purple, you've already done the job. You've brought all that old blood, old lymph fluid forward, so you just don't need to go on with that. So anyways, anterior delt is an awesome place to plant one of these guys. And this is the large size. The next size down, the medium size. I like to come about right to the top of the deltoid. And if you just kind of poke around a little bit, you'll find where you're hurting. I mean, it's your body. You know where you should know where you hurt. But anyways, about tops right there is where I like to plant the next one. Again, 2 fingers on top, thumb on the bottom. Let this arm rest. Push down, and that's already good suction, I can tell. Because another thing that you're gonna feel when you get the cup on there really nicely is, for me, I instantly start to get some tingling, like good tingly, not weird tingly, kind of a euphoric feeling almost, but it's just instantly I can feel those fibers are just starting to loosen up and move and separate. And then the area will also feel a little warm, right where the cups are. Again, that's good. That warmth is just blood is literally being pulled to the being pulled to the top, and that's all the bad stuff. That's the stuff you want to get rid of. That's old lymphatic fluid. That's old blood. Your cells shed every 30 days, and your body absorbs most of that debris naturally, which is supposed to, but it doesn't absorb it all, and then you just have all this junk just lingering in your muscles, and that will prolong your recovery time, and it can lead to injuries, fatigue. It's just not good stuff. So you want to get rid of this. Now, you don't want to cup. You can cup a few days in a row, but you don't want to cup 20 days in a row. Just be smart about it. You can do 1 or 2 days. Like I cupped this shoulder last night and I'm doing it right now. That's okay. But I'm not going to cup it Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm going to give this an opportunity to relax. Okay, so now we got 2 cups on there. We have one on the anterior delt and we got one on the posterior delt. And now another area, I like to place one, and I'm going to need the next size down. There's actually 4 sizes with the kit that I got, and I think that it's more than efficient for any body type, because I work on Olympic powerlifters and I work on itty bitty little 100-pound women, and I have a use for all sizes of cups. Okay, next spot I like to place a cup would be on the pec insertion. At the insertion, that's where you have the majority of your movement. Is the pec, you have 2 pecs. You get your big one, your little one, major, minor, and then they both attach into this bony landmark that's just right under where this cup is located. So I'm gonna find a nice spot to put it on. Again, just kind of poke around until you feel a little pain. which mine's always in the same spot because I do all the same motions. Again, fingers, thumb, place, push, and then you have your next one. And then you can give it a little tug just to make sure it's in a good spot. And for this area, that's about pretty much what you can do. Now, a lot of you are probably, if you're still watching, are probably thinking, well, I heard up here. I can't get cups to stay there. It's just too rounded of an area to really get a good cup. Sometimes with like the small ones, I can get a spot back here, like right here on that levator scapula. That's always a hot spot for people. So, I mean, you can get a little guy on there. I just don't get a lot of relief from that, so I just tend to not do that to people. But it comes with the kit, so give it a try. Those little ones are really good for the back of the neck, though. They help with migraines big time. I use them. I rather use cupping versus getting an adjustment. It's way less invasive, and most of the times my headaches come from my muscles on the back of my skull just start tightening up, and an adjustment isn't gonna fix what's going on. You know, I need to loosen the area. Okay, I take back everything I just said about this one. I've got this one planted back here, and it is pulling pretty good right now. I may not leave that one on very long. Okay, so here's what I don't want you to do with your cups. There's a few endangerment sites that you need to avoid. Since we're just talking about the upper body, I'm only going to talk about the endangerment sites for waist up. And the most important one being your anterior neck. There is absolutely no reason for you to place any cups going down the front of your neck. You can put them on your sternum. You actually, the way that your pecs attach around the sternum, sometimes putting smaller cups on there actually does help quite a bit. I've done that in the past with myself. If you do an excessive amount of push-ups and you're really straining on that sternum, putting cups right there actually is pretty helpful. But anything with the anterior neck, I just would absolutely avoid. There's no meat there that you need to be working on. You have your carotid artery, your brachial plexus, you have lymph nodes. You just have all this. You just have all these elements of your neck, of your anterior neck, that just don't need to be cupped. So just don't do it. And then the next spot you do not want to cup is, I don't know why anybody would do this, but your armpits. You absolutely do not want to cup in your armpits. If you're experiencing pain in your armpits, it's more likely your lymph nodes, and the cups are not going to help with that. So if you're experiencing pain in your lymph nodes in your armpits and it lasts longer than 2 or 3 days, I'd be making an appointment to see your doctor, because the whole point of lymph nodes is to recycle and to move things throughout your body. So if you're fighting a flu, cold, your lymph nodes get inflamed because they're hard at work trying to make you better. So if you have pain in your lymph nodes in your armpit and it's a couple days and then it goes away, it just means your body was fighting something and it was just doing its job. But if it goes on way longer than that and you can actually feel the lymph nodes, then I absolutely would make an appointment with your physician to check out and just to cover your bases and make sure nothing's going on. Now, so that's in the armpit, but if you go just outside the armpit, there is good meat on here that you can cup. You just want to be really careful, and you want to stay on the really good meaty parts and not go in the pit itself. I moved my shoulder too much. My big cup came off. I was about ready to take that one off anyways. It's been too long. Oh yeah. Okay, so that one came off, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take them all off. when taking your cups off, again, just how you put them on is how you take them off. You kind of wedge your thumb underneath the cup because you don't want to just pull them off. So just slowly push your thumb underneath and then it'll come right off. So, thumb comes right off. And then, ow, that one kind of hurt. All right, so see what kind of color got on there. I have no idea how this is gonna show up, so I'm sorry, guys. So that's pretty typical. And it's a little tender to the touch, but I'm not really sure if it's from that or I've been doing a lot of rowing lately, so a lot of just constant doing this. So, but it is hot to the touch, warm to the touch. Not crazy hot, but you can feel it. And again, that's just because I just brought up a whole bunch of blood and lymphatic fluid that will hopefully, well, once I bring it up, you know, it can recycle and it can move out of your body. Now okay, so now you've brought all of this fluid up. So now what do you do with it? Because if you do nothing with it, then it'll slowly just settle back down again, just like dirt in a carpet. So that's when you need to kind of massage it out a little bit. Now again, there's other dumping spots, but again, we're just talking about shoulders, so I'm just gonna focus on just one. So your shoulder area, so after you get done taking the cups off, this is when you do want to have, it could be regular lotion, or it can be the sports oil. Again, I really like this stuff and it smells good. Some of these do not smell so good. And I've used a lot of different kinds of oils over the years, and this one's pretty nice. So, I mean, I literally put just a tiny bit, like I'm not joking. If you're getting this for personal use, this bottle I think is like $16. I can't remember, it's been a while since I bought it. But I've had it for over a year and I still have this, I don't know where to put the camera. Still have this much in it. Can you see? Can you see that? Ooh, okay. I'm so sorry. I'm not a professional. All right, so I've got a little oil on my hands. So you just want to kind of rub out the area a little bit. You want to get back here too, because we worked this guy out. And so now you want to kind of bring this one forward. You want to roll or do clockwise motion on your shoulder. And then you want to bring all of that energy forward, and you kind of want to push it towards the armpit. And you want to do this because, again, as stated before, you have a huge cluster of lymph nodes in both armpits, and your lymph nodes is what recycles everything and flushes it out of your body. So after you get done clockwise massaging your shoulder and then the top of that trap and levator scap, you're wanting to pull it all forward and then just kind of lightly. You just want to lightly push it down into the armpit area. And that is your shoulder. I will tell you, I yesterday was really stupid and I ran 5 miles and then I rode, I think like 3,000 meters or something, really stupid. I was a hot mess and I had 5 massages yesterday. I went home last night and I was an absolute mess. My legs were tingling, they were so sore, my butt hurt, and my shoulders hurt between cupping and foam rolling, and then I used my lacrosse balls on my little glute muscle, which I covered that in another video, but I want to redo it because my first videos were extra special. But you know, doing all that self-care at home, I woke up this morning and I was not in pain. And all together, the cups, the lacrosse balls, the foam roller that I have is $20, $30, $42. $42 plus cream, oil, whatever. So like $50. So $50, and then you own all this stuff, and you can use it all the time. You can use it every day. And all of these items are really small, so you can travel with them. You can take them to the gym with you if they don't have that available for you at the gym. It's just, it's really important. Like, everybody's like, I hurt all the time. And it's like, well, what are you doing to help yourself? And the answer is usually nothing. Or come to see me, which is good for me because that's how I make my living. But I mean, you could do all these things at home. And that's what's so awesome about it. Like, you just need to try. And if you don't like them, send the shit back. Actually, I don't think I can say that on YouTube. I'm sorry, it's my first day. Anyways, so getting off topic, if you're even still watching at this point, thank you. Again, this is Project Full Motion, and if you liked this video, and if you want to see more videos by me, I'm going to try and do as many as I can and get way better. Hopefully I'm going to get way better. So subscribe to my channel and ring the little bell, and every time I have a video come up, you'll be able to watch my pretty face, and you can watch me grow, and that's kind of the more fun part, because this is like my 6th video that I've done, so not very good, and so hopefully it's gonna get better. So stay tuned, subscribe, and I'll see you again real soon. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below, and I promise I do not have a life. I will answer your questions, so ask away. Just please let them be appropriate to the topic and nothing weirdo stuff. Awesome. All right, thanks. Bye, guys. Bye.